Hello, and welcome to the introduction to AP U.S. Government and Politics. I want to spend a brief few moments discussing why this is such an important course and why you might want to take it, and that is the opportunity to engage in democracy, to experience government politics, and to get some college credit. Speaking of democracy, this is your opportunity to actually voice what you're interested in and the power of your vote. And of course, our big focus on democracy then is elections. And every year is an election year. I do want to share with you that AP U.S. Government and Politics students will run the school-wide voter registration drive and mock election. This will include for any real candidates or issues that are on the ballot. Again, every year is an election year. And through this process, you'll also qualify to become an election judge if you're interested. Another reason to take AP U.S. Government Politics is experience. You actually get to experience some things as we practice and participate in some of the things that happen in a regular government setting. That would include debates around Republicans versus Democrats. That, of course, also involves the experience of the mock election, as I mentioned before. We also get to discuss things like states versus the federal government and the power at both levels. In fact, asking questions and discussing, is the federal government too big? We're also going to look into policy making, and as we look into policy making, we're going to engage in a mock legislature as well as a mock budget simulation. And finally, we will spend some time discussing your rights, the Bill of Rights. That also includes the role of the Supreme Court, and we get to participate in the ever popular Supreme Court Cafe, where we turn off the lights, turn on the fake fire, have some coffee and donuts in our pajamas, and spend some time talking about the power of the Supreme Court. Last but not least, let me remind you that AP U.S. Government Politics gives you an opportunity to earn college credit. This is amazing. Wait, you have to actually take government in college. It really pretty much doesn't matter where you go. You will have to take government college. So why not consider taking it now, learning those valuable college skills now, and then, of course, saving yourself a little money down the road by completing this college course. So what can you expect to learn in AP government? First of all, you're going to learn about political ideologies and beliefs. This is liberals and conservatives. We're going to talk about political participation. This is mostly surrounding elections. We'll spend some time in Foundations of Democracy, exploring the Constitution. When we get to Unit 4, we'll talk about policy making and how the government branches either interact or sometimes don't interact. This is the ever important checks and balances system and rule of law system that we have here in the United States. And then, of course, finally, like I said, exploring your civil liberties and civil rights, mostly surrounding the Bill of Rights. You'll notice that there is a Unit 6 here. That Unit 6 is focused on personal financial literacy, mainly because we do not want you to miss out on that opportunity. People who are taking the regular government course will then take a personal financial literacy course, and you will get that information in our AP government class. We'll do a couple of things throughout the year, and then, of course, after the exam, we'll participate in some personal financial literacy activities. The workload in this particular class is approximately, of course, the 5 hours of class time. I try to make everything that I possibly can done and available in class. Probably the only exception would be doing some reading ahead of time prior to class so that class can run smoothly. And, of course, any time that you might need to give to studying for exams. We're going to do a lot of activities and discussions, so certainly there will be some expectation to be in class, to take notes, to be prepared, so that you can fully participate in all of the activities that we have planned. The exam consists of 55 multiple choice questions. We also have 4 free response. For those of you who are going, wow, that sounds like a lot of writing, consider a free response as essentially a couple of PEA paragraphs. It is not a full essay by any stretch of the imagination. The different free responses, one of them will be based on some concepts that you learn and a reading. There will usually be some analysis of a chart or a graph or a cartoon. And again, writing about that in about a paragraph or so. We're going to do one Supreme Court case comparison, and then, of course, what we call a document-based argument. This is definitely not as big as you would find in your APUSH classes. We will practice these multiple times during the year, and we will certainly have kind of a modified version of the AP exam almost for every single one of our units. One final note, I again just really want to stress the fact that you will not be missing out. If you choose to take AP US Government and Politics, you'll have that opportunity for the AP credit. You'll also have the opportunity to take that personal financial literacy parts of that course as well. So we will be doing the personal budgeting piece of that and so on. If you'd like to find me and have any questions about it, please feel free to seek me out in my office, which is A118 during third period or during fourth period or sixth period, either in my office or classroom, which is D108. I'm usually available during academic support and, of course, before school. I'm not usually available after school. Or at any point in time, feel free to email me. Look forward to seeing you in AP US Government and Politics.